that just like killed the entire internet. Of course, you know, killed my modem. All right, let me get chat back up over here real quick. Good lord. Nope. All right, let me get chat back up over here. Jeez Louise. Damn it, Mike. Exactly. Damn it, Mike. Wow, that was unexpected. Okay, everything's still back up. Everything's up there. Why is my main computer here not up? I need to pull that computer. Hope it didn't fry one of my computers. That was bad. Okay, that's not good. One of my computers is not coming back up. Summon a lich. Hey, Lynette, how you doing? I'm sorry I can't do the dance right now. I'm trying to get my computer stuff all figured out. Reboot one of my computers. Oh my goodness. Casey Camby, how you doing? Hello. Wow. Well, that was unexpected. Well, welcome back to the Long Dark. I had a short dark there real quick. Wow, that sucked. That sucky, dude. Hold on a second, I gotta check something out here. Okay. Now let's see how much we lost. Yeah, the power just went down. It just like blipped off and then back on.
I'll die if I don't drink soon.
It blipped off and then back on, and it killed my internet, of course. Killed my internet, and yeah. It looks like we just didn't start our fires yet. Yeah, we just didn't start our fires. Okay. That's the only thing we lost is getting those fires started. Yeah, that kind of sucked. That kind of majorly sucked. Okay, my other computer's fine, thank God. It was doing some weird thing where it was not wanting to reboot back up again, which kind of scared me a little bit. Wow. Yeah, Jayers, I was a little scared there. But hi, Lynette. And hi to everybody who's still here. Sorry about that. Not much I can do about it, I guess. That's just part of the life of being a slave to internet and power. I don't even know what I was talking about before I went down, so.
Come on, little fire.
Come on, little fire. Oh, imagine having to slap all the meat again. I know, that would have been horrible. I didn't mean to do that. And then, of course, because the internet went down, that meant I had to restart my computers because the computers don't like it when the internet just goes down and out. So I ran outside and picked up some sticks while you were... Yes, exactly, while you were waiting. I did that. Oh, now it's saying, Chrome didn't shut down properly. Do you want to restore your pages?
Perfect.
And I'm like, no. I already have them up. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right. We'll do 2 fires. Get this meat cooked up real quick. Nope, it didn't come to that. Thank goodness.
Universe can stop me.
Hey, Yasa! Thank you so much for the follow there. I appreciate that.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
We're talking about streaming and community. I think it's your credit how fast we all came back. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you sticking through the bad stuff, Oxford. I appreciate you sticking through it. Hey, stuff happens. Sometimes you can't do anything about, streams going down, so. We are all slaves to the internet. The great internet gods own us now.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Aw, thank you. Hey, Tyler, how you doing? I always say your name wrong, and I'm sorry about that. I heard you say it the other day, but even then I can't remember it. But how you doing? I hope you're having a good one. Hope life has been treating you well. Let's just eat the little tiny pieces. There we go. But let's give her a shout out as well. Because she was playing some 7 Days to Die with us for the first time ever. We were taking her through the ropes yesterday on 7 Days to Die, so that was fun. And I'll be playing a little 7 Days to Die tonight as well, in about an hour, actually. Alright. Let's get these done. Get that done. Oh, but Roddy, I had an encyclopedia at home, and we got the yearly updates. We got the yearly updates for the encyclopedia. You got a chance to watch me live not only on YouTube. Well, Yasa, so happy to have you here. Thank you for coming over from YouTube and chilling with us for a little while. We just had a major faux pas where the internet completely died and went down on us. So we're recovering from that, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay now. The internet's back. Everything's good. Everything's good. Encyclopedia Britannica. Yep, had a whole, and every year we would get the update issue. It would give us an update issue every year for the Encyclopedia Britannica. We took your 7 Days to Die virginity. Well, well, well. I don't know how I feel about that. But yep, every year we'd get the update. And of course all the information in it was like over a year old. It'd be like you'd get the update for 1980, 85, and it would all be stuff from like 1984 because they were making it in 1985. But it was called the 1985 update. The Encyclopedia Britannica had a bookcase to carry it in. Well, we had a bookcase that had the Encyclopedia Britannica on it. It was a very nice bookcase, as a matter of fact. Abby! Hello, hello. How are you, Abby? How's it going tonight, Abby? I hope you're having a great day. Alright. Well, I think, boys and girls, we've kind of finished up what we need to do down here. I think we need to start packing gear and taking it up to the top. We got all the gear we can carry on us right now. But that includes all of our arrowheads, our shafts, everything, so. Break these down. We'll leave as much wood as we possibly can down here. Because we'll get more wood up at the farmhouse. I am doing fantabulous. Other than a short, like 10, 15 minutes ago, there was a huge power fluctuation in the area, and all the power went out for like a second and a half. Killed my internet, killed my computers. Everything went down. I had to scramble and get on my phone just to let everybody know that I was okay. That my house hadn't been, like, hit by a meteorite or something. And then everything came back up. But, when things come back up, it doesn't mean you get your internet back right away. There's usually a delay. So we had the delay, of course. I'll give you guys night vision. Night vision actually works really good now. I tweaked night vision a little bit. I changed a little bit on it, so it actually shows a little bit more when I turn it on now. Maybe it was a freak geomagnetic accident. Who knows? I wouldn't put it past it. Oh, I do want the pry bar. What's this, 44.6? Alright. Okay, I think we're good to climb. Let's get some water in our belly. Turn off night vision. Time to go, boys and girls. Time to go. You used to leave all your stuff unorganized. That changed when you watched me play. I am so sorry, Phantos. Phantos is like, curse you, Atheenon. Curse you. I was just thinking the other day, I can barely remember what it was like to watch something without being able to pause and look up at the actor that kind of looked familiar on IMDb. I know, I do that all the time, Nocturnal Druid. I'll see somebody in a show and I'm like, who is that? I know I've seen him somewhere else, and I look it up and I'm like, oh, that's where I saw him from. I do that all the time. It's dangerous. Instant knowledge. Yeah, instant knowledge. Although you have to be careful. You know, a very famous man once said, you cannot always trust all of the things you see on the internet. That was Abraham Lincoln who said that. I got the quote for it. Abraham Lincoln said you cannot trust all the things you see on the internet. I heard that the other day, and I just had to share that. I just had to share that. I heard that the other day. Somebody said that, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. Then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, wait a second. And we can believe it because it comes from Honest Abe. Exactly.
Oh, so cold.
You're still waiting for the day when the glasses you wear come with a holographic screen interface you can look stuff up with. So you won't even have to look it up on the internet. You'll like blink your left eye and go look up Neil Patrick Harris movies, and it'll show you all the Neil Patrick Harris movies. Actually, it was Einstein that said that? Oh, I misquoted then. I misquoted, BK. It was actually Einstein that said that, boys and girls. You'll be like, hey Siri. Oh God, I set her off. I'm sorry, Siri. I'm sorry. All right, let's climb this rope out of here, get up to the top. We gotta make a couple shuttle runs, boys and girls, because we have a lot of stuff down here that we want to have up here with us. The only disadvantage of this canyon here is it's a trap. You get so much stuff gathered up inside that cave, and it's like 4 trips to the top to get everything unloaded. The hides, the guts, the meat, even just water, supplies. It can be a death trap. Especially when there's more wood in this freaking cave.
I survived another night.
It's time for another hype train! Woo woo! Alright. The best, it wouldn't be just to go down completely naked with no gear and do a complete suicide, a couple suicide runs. Ah, nah.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I know. That's why I picked it up, so I could drop it. Nah, we can do this. I don't like to go with no protection. I'm all about protection, boys and girls. It didn't like the term naked and gear. Automod, what are you doing? Somebody said naked and gear, and you flagged it. Automod is weird. I sure love having the crampons, boys and girls. One climb to the top, and we aren't even at half of our climb stamina. That is awesome. Yes, it flagged somebody from using for using robot. Because I guess robot is now a hateful term. Instead of saying robot, you need to say people of non-blood origin. Persons of non-blood origin instead of robot now. Yeah, I think Twitch like upped their sensitivity level. You know, back in my day, we weren't all so dang sensitive about everything. Back in my day, we could talk about robots and didn't have to be sensitive about them. It is very Orwellian, yeah. It is very Orwellian. Oh. Thought I heard a wolf. I didn't hear any wolf music though. That was so weird. Which, by the way, they don't really read George Orwell's books in schools anymore. They probably should. I don't know. It modded the word robot the other day. I don't know why. Hey, there's the key. Oh, there's another wolf out there. Oh, no, there's no. Oh, that wasn't another wolf. I thought I heard another wolf.
I'm starting to feel numb.
Thought I heard another wolf. It was not another wolf. Every time someone says crampons, I read it as something. Cramp on, cramp off. Cramp on, cramp off. A cramper. Back in my day, we'd suck it up. We said suck it up, snowflake. Well, you know, you can't even say that word anymore. We had to read Animal Farm and 1984, and I graduated. Well, we did too. My son and daughter never read Animal Farm or 1984 in their school though. They never did. I recommended it to them, but they never read them as actually a school book. They were out of the curriculum by the time those kids got into school. Yeah. Which is unfortunate, but, you know. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. So, that's just the way it is and the way it goes. Yeah, I was a little taken aback by it too. I asked the teachers about it. They said, "Well, those books are not really part of our curriculum. They're not part of the inclusive curriculum that we want to bring." And I'm like, "Well, those books are exactly about The dangers of an inclusive, an overly inclusive thing. I quite enjoyed those books. I really liked them. Mice and Men's a great book too. I loved Of Mice and Men. We read that book. We read 1984. We read Animal Farm. I loved Animal Farm. I could not put Animal Farm down. I was one of those annoying students in school where the teacher was like, "Today we're going to read chapter 1 and 2 of Animal Farm," and I read the whole book in one night. That's how much it sucked me in. I was like, chapter 1 and 2. What's this lame chapter 1 and 2 stuff? We ain't reading just chapter 1 and 2.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
To Kill a Mockingbird was a great book. That was a great book. To Kill a Mockingbird is like the ultimate don't judge a book by its cover kind of story, you know? It's such a great story too. Told in such a great way. Anyway, we're going wide afield here, so. But no, I really enjoyed all those books in school. I was a huge avid reader in school though. Tequila Mockingbird. Ooh, that sounds like a fancy drink or something. That sounds like a fancy drink you'd go and order. Yeah, I'd like a Tequila Mockingbird with just a splash of lime. Just a splash of lime, please. Nerd. Yeah, I was a nerd. I was a nerd. Oh, you'll take a double Tequila Mockingbird? You want a double Tequila Mockingbird? Oh man, you are gonna put yourself under the table with a double Tequila Mockingbird. You don't know what you're getting into there, my friend. Okay, I still am a nerd. What? You don't need to rub it in. You don't need to rub it in there. Actually, I'm gonna transfer all those. Take a few out, just have a little bit of food. There we go. We've got the stockpile growing, boys and girls. The stockpile's now growing. We got cloth in here. I hate all this cardboard stuff. I take it all down because it just gets in my way. This chair gets in my way. There we go. See, we're cleaning up. We're cleaning up the house.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Atheenon is not just a fancy cover. Hell, maybe I am a fancy cover. You never know. How do you know I'm not a fan? Oh, there's another cooking pot. How do you know I'm not just a fancy cover? Let's see what our crappiest pot looks like. Oh god, we have 4 pots on us right now? I didn't realize we had 4 pots. Whoops. Do you mean flannel cover? Oh, I loved flannel back in the day. Yeah, it's a great spot for pot. Whoa, did Atheenon just say it was a great spot for pot? Oh, look at all that food, baby. Oh, and maple syrup, too. What? And a heavy hammer. Oh, let's eat some of this delicious 0% food. Tasty, boys and girls. Tasty, I tell ya. Nice thing about cooking 5 is you never need to worry about the food giving you food poisoning anymore. As long as it's man-made or it's cooked meat, you're safe. You're good to go. So chow down, boys and girls. Chow down. It's grade A, baby. All right. So the tinder plugs in the garbage. There we go. Look at all those books and papers we have. I just don't like the books laying around. The books laying around bother me. Got a radio here. Oh, what a cute picture of a bunny! I never saw that bunny picture before. That's so cute. Now these, for some reason, you can take with your hands. I don't know why. I don't know why you can take those with your hands. Isn't that weird? The planks up top are, like, breakable with your hands for some reason. Maybe because you're jumping up and grabbing them and dragging them down or something. But like this plank here, you have to either use your hammer or your hatchet on it. But now that we have the hammer, we'll use that instead of using the hatchet, just to save our hatchet quality. We're just cleaning up the house. We're just cleaning it up. We're making it livable. Stools gotta go. Talks about books, proceeds to trash them. Hey, I did not do that. Yeah, the ceiling planks are there. I don't know if you can get to that one though. I don't think you can. Nope, you can't. All right, let's go dump off stuff and explore the barn real quick. We'll dump off our arrowheads and shafts and feathers in the barn. We'll dump off our wood in the barn because that's where we'll start a fire. We'll check this. This is one of the possible places that can have the key. It didn't have the key for us, but but sometimes it's in there. The other possible spot is on this body back here, or there's sometimes a body in here. I don't see the body in here, though. That's interesting. We didn't get a body at all at the farm. Huh. Very interesting. So let's drop the shafts off here. Drop those off. Drop our 62 feathers off. The birch. The maples. We'll just dump the wood out here. That'll be for when we want to make stuff at this crafting table, which we will. Which we will. Body is behind the farm building. I went behind the farmhouse, though. There was no body. I went behind there. There was no body back here. See, there's no body back here. There's a rope back here.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
There's no body. That's so weird. So strange. So strange. Yeah, whatever. We got our key, that's all that matters. The key for the farmhouse can spawn in 4 spots. It can spawn behind the house, over in the truck where we found it, in that farm vehicle where we didn't find it, or in the barn on the body. Oh, jeez. Find your body, Phantos. I don't know where your body is. I don't know where your body is. I ain't got nobody. Nobody now cares for me. Nobody. Nobody cares for me. I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely now. Won't someone come and take a chance with me? Cause I ain't so bad. Ow! Everybody sing! Exactly, Sissy. Everybody sing! Everybody join in. No, don't. Trust me. Just trust me.
Just need to close my eyes.
976 calories. We have 850 calories. Some David Lee Ath. Yes, David Lee Ath. I would make David Lee proud, right? Coming to you with a little David Lee Ath. I always thought David Lee Roth was so pretentious. You notice how on most of the music videos he's almost like pushing Eddie out of the way? Like Eddie will be there just rocking out, and Dave will have to come in and like stick his face in there. It's like, I just want to see Eddie play the guitar, buddy. It's not your vocals. You aren't singing anything right now. Just stay out of it. Let Eddie play his guitar. He's awesome. But no, Mr. Attention Hog had to get all the attention. Oh wait, we can't break it down because, oh gosh, look at that. It requires light. Summon a lich. David Lee Camera Hog. And you saw how good his solo career went. I mean, he had a couple. I'll give him that. He had a couple of hits. I mean, they were like remakes of other songs for the most part, but he had a couple of hits. But his solo career was nothing what it was with Van Halen. Come on, let's just be honest about it. Let's just be honest about it. I mean, Van Halen went on just fine without him. Not so much vice versa. I mean, whether you liked or did not like Van Hagar, they were very popular. They sold a lot of albums. They did very well. But yeah, I feel bad for David in some ways. Don't get me wrong. I love David Lee Roth. I do. I really do. He sort of reminds me a little of that, like pushing 60s uncle who wants to be cool and hip with the teenagers, and so he like tries to use all the slang and everything that all the teenagers are using. Yeah, it doesn't work too well. It doesn't look too good. You know what I'm saying? My kids saw I saw Eddie's kid's new song. Hold on a second. I gotta get this perfectly aligned here, or I'll be pissed. There we go. There we go. Called "Don't Back Down." Wolf played all the instruments in it, and sang. He has a good voice, and made me wonder why Eddie put up with Dave when Wolf could sing so well. I think there's this thing called a contract that he was probably being held to. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to disparage it in any way, but I have a feeling there was some sort of contract going on there. So a little contract thing, you know, they had to do it. I'm gonna leave the pots here. I'm gonna leave my cloth here. I'll leave my fire strikers here. I'm gonna leave these matches here. This isn't much weight, but you know what? It's weight. We're gonna drop the rest of the, we got plenty of fuel down there, so I'm gonna drop the sticks here. Drop the wood here. Even gonna drop my piece of coal. I'm gonna put my coal up here so I don't forget about it. That takes care of the droppables. I still got that. I'm gonna leave my birch bark teas in here, along with my stems. Well, I'll keep one stem for an emergency. Leave those in here too. Let's put the pills down outside. Pills you don't want to put in a container because they can go to 0 and then you can't refresh them. There's a way to refresh pills in the game. If you have pills and they've gone to 0, if you put them down like that and you have another pill bottle in your inventory, if you pick those pills back up, they'll reset to the pill level of what you have. So you can, I don't know if they'll ever fix that bug in the game. It's a bug, but it's totally usable. It's totally usable. So if you find pills in really low condition, just leave them out on the counter. Oh, what's with all the T's at 0.01 again? Well, they're just very lightweight for the medicine. All of these will give me pain relief, and all of these will heal me of food poisoning or intestinal parasites, because you get the curative effect upon finishing the tea. And so upon finishing the tea, you get the curative effect. So you can drink it in early game or before you want to use them. You can drink them down to a really small size, get the calories, get the water early, and then you carry around a whole bunch of painkillers and that stuff for 0.9 kilos. Less than a kilo for all that healing stuff. Whereas this one bottle of painkillers weighs 1/10 of a kilo. So it basically just cuts down. It's a way to cut down on your weight a little bit. I'm just gonna harvest that. I'm gonna leave the shoes. I'll harvest those later for the leather. I'll harvest those later when I get back for the leather. I'm just trying to lower my weight a little bit. Harvest that up. Yeah, it's been in the game for a long time, Ceci. I've actually bug reported it to Hinterland, and they've shown no interest in doing anything about it. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. If they don't want to do anything about it, I will keep using it. I'm going to keep another, I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to keep a little bit of the one coffee on me just because. Drop my water, drink some water. You tried that, but you don't like so many teas in your inventory. I hear you. No, don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, no, I completely understand. Completely understand. I'm going to leave the hammer here, leave the pry bar here, leave that oil here, leave the hacksaw, leave the gunpowder, leave the sewing kit, take a can with me. I'm going to leave that here. I got a backup torch down there. Oh, this is full now. Okay. Well, never mind. Never mind. We filled the trash can. We filled the trash can, boys and girls. So actually what I think I'll do, though, is I think since it's filling the trash can, I'm going to take the hammer and the hacksaw and the pry bar out of it. I'll just drop those here instead, because those are easy to see. Those are easy to keep track of in the game. That's not gonna work. There we go. Much better. Everybody's like, oh my god, just drop your stuff and go, you fool. Fly, you fools, fly. Hey, I'm trying to get my weight down. I don't need the stump remover. Leave the leather here, leave this cloth here. I'll leave that there as well. And I'll leave that as well. There we go. Now we're down to a good thing. The 0% pill thing works on boxed teas too. Oh, it does? Oh, really? So if you have well, the thing about teas and coffee though, Abby, is that even at 0%, you can still cook them and get them back to 50%. So you can use that, but you don't really need to. Pills that are at 0% you cannot even use, so you definitely want to try to refresh them if you can, because you can't even use them if they're at 0%. But yes, I get so. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know it worked on teas and coffee as well. That's good to know. That's a real good thing to know, though. Just saying it works. Very cool. I know I picked those, and now I'm just going to run back inside. So how do you refresh the pills? So if you have pills that are in really bad shape, like this one's not in bad shape. This is actually good. That's in good shape. So what you would do is you put the pills down, and you let them basically rot to 0. And then you, at that point, hopefully have some good pills in your inventory. So if I had 2 pill bottles here, one at 0% and one at 67, I'd leave the 0% on the counter. I'd pick the 67% up, and then once I had the 67% ones in my inventory, I'd pick up and put in my inventory the 0%. They would reset to the 67% pills. And they reset to whatever your lowest pills are that you have. I can shave off 3 kilos if you shave down arrows. That's true, I guess. I don't need as many arrows. I brought the arrows here for a reason. I just wanted to have them in my inventory. I don't really need 25 arrows. I'll just put as many as I can in here. There we go. 15. There we go. There we go. I shaved it down to 2¼ kilos just on arrows. There we go. Exploring HRV the second time, this time on Loper. Oh, HRV's awesome. Awesome on Loper. There's so much good stuff on Interloper and Hush River. Oh, Hush River is probably one of my favorite zones in the game. Just being honest. I could spend weeks in Hush River Valley exploring, wandering around, doing stuff and things. It's such a great zone. Yes, definitely, Roddy. It does work on coffee, so give it a shot. I'll snag that on the way back.
I'm doing stuff.
Thanks. But also, Roddy, those 0% coffees, you can cook them and they'll go to 50%. And they never give you food poisoning. So you could cook the coffee, you could cook the coffees back to 50% because they gain 50 when you cook them. So you can automatically have them back at that level. You don't even need to monkey with it if you don't want to. But yes, do give it a try. Give it a try. Thank you for things and stuff, though. Thanks. Stuff. Thanks. Stuff. But yeah, I think HRV is probably one of my favorite zones. It really, truly is. It's just such a fun zone to, especially once you have your gear, once you have your bow and arrows, you can tromps around in there. The moose, the moose there by Monolith Lake is a great one if you can get him. And Monolith Lake has that wonderful cave that you can just hole up in and have fun in. And you can go exploring from there. Once you know where the caves, the ice caves exit and enter, you can travel around that zone very quickly and get from place to place super easily, which is awesome. I'm just picking these up because they're here. And then I'm just going to drop them in here because I don't want to carry them on me. I should have left the birch bark behind, too. Yeah, the ice cave wolf is the worst. That's the big downside of that zone, is that wolf is so freaking, just sporadically sketchy. Which is why we call him Sketchy. He's so sketchy because he goes into walls, he'll attack you out of walls. He will do everything he can to wreck your face. And he's just an annoyance. He's a big giant butt. Yeah, he's a wolf with wall hacks, exactly. You know how you get mad at somebody playing Halo 2 back in the day who could shoot you through walls? That's what the wolf does. I think that wolf learned from Halo 2 hackers, and he now hacks and shoots you through walls as well. You know, I should have left my other bow behind, too. I have 2 bows on me. Summon a Lich. That would have saved me another half kilo. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, well, sometimes he's not... The wolf in the ice cave is not always up. He tends to, like Sketchy Wolf, he tends to spawn and despawn. He actually despawns during auroras and blizzards, or I mean just blizzards. He'll actually despawn during blizzards, and then sometimes it takes him a while to respawn again. He's a werewolf, yeah. You don't want to meet him while there's an aurora going on, trust me there. It's not fun. It's neither fun nor funny. I forgot we never looted this up over here. This is a nice little corner. Nice little dead end. Oh, where, wolf? Where? At least you pick them up. DP DP, Desolation Point forgets to pick up sticks. DP, is that Deadpool? Is that Deadpool? That must be Deadpool. Forgets to pick up sticks and then wonders why he's using so much of the wood. Oh, I gotcha. Deadpool, okay. Yeah, the Deadpool, he's an awesome dude, though. He is so good at this game. He doesn't need sticks. The Deadpool doesn't need sticks. He just masters this game as it is. Hey, Trash, how you doing, buddy? Hello, hello. In fact, let's give a shout out to the Deadpool. Last playing some Dead by Daylight. I heard Dead by Daylight had a big update lately. There's been a lot of people playing that. Hi from Melbourne. Well, hello to Melbourne. Oh my goodness. You're all the way around the world and on the other hemisphere. Holy crap. Well, hello to Melbourne. Welcome, welcome, my friend. You're at work. Oh.
Gotta warm up somehow.
I got you. I got you. I got you. You're from the other Melbourne, but can't spell apparently. You're from the other Melbourne, but you can't spell Melbourne. Well, I hope you're having a great day. We're having loads of fun. Other than me having a big power blip earlier on, we're having lots of fun today. We finally got here to Mountain Town. And, Melbourne, Florida, and Melbourne, Australia. There we go. We finally got to Mountain Town. We got all our gear over here to Mountain Town. Now we're just trying to figure out how we're gonna get all this gear up to the top. That is the trick. Because this is all the stuff we have. And this kind of gear makes me go boom diggity. All right. Oh man, if you clear an area of wolves during the day, can Aurora wolves still spawn? No, no. The wolves that are there just become Aurora wolves at night. They don't actually respawn when the Aurora hits, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. Let's drop that. Let's drop that there. Play a little reorganization leapfrog here. But they do get a lot nastier at night. All right. I am going to go take a quick 2 and 2, boys and girls. I really have to go potty real quick. So I will be right back. Make the chair dance if you want to. Make the chair dance if you want to. And I will see you in just...
Through silent hills of ice and snow, Atheenon creeps with his torch held low. The beasts will hunt by scent and sight. Atheenon sleeps to pass the night. When daylight breaks, Atheenon stalks, while the chat continues on with their talks. A howl rings out to pierce the day. Atheenon hopes his shot won't stray.
Alrighty, while I was up, I decided to pick out my freshly meal for the evening. Tonight we are going to enjoy a beautiful Dijon pork chop with sea salt potatoes and roasted carrots. It's one of my favorite meals that they've sent me so far. So this is the first time I've actually reordered a meal from them. So I'm gonna let it thaw here, and yeah, I'm gonna eat that. That's gonna be my dinner tonight. So Freshly has been a very, very good thing for me. You've been doing HelloFresh at the moment? Nice. Yeah, the thing I like about Freshly, I looked at HelloFresh as well, Phanthos, but it actually requires you to cook the things. Which I know sounds horrible. I don't want to have to cook it. I just want to put it in the microwave and heat it up. And Freshly allows me to just they make all this, they make it all, and then it comes in a little container like this. It comes in a little container like this. You let it thaw, and then you just pop it in the microwave for 3 minutes, and it tastes great. It's sort of like a gourmet frozen dinner. It's like a frozen dinner without being really a frozen dinner. It's like $10 a meal. It's like $10 a meal. I mean, honestly, for me, I looked at it, I was like, okay, it's $10 a meal. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, if I go to McDonald's and get a hamburger, a fry, and a drink, it's like unhealthy, and it almost cost me $10 anyway. So it's like, and this is like great. It's also pretty low calories. It's only 560 calories in it, and I don't eat a lot anymore. I don't like to cook. It saves me the hassle of having to cook, which I really, really, really like. So I really like that a lot. What flavor today? It's the Dijon pork chop with sea salt potatoes and roasted carrots. And actually, there's a lot in there. It's all the soba. You fill up on them. I do fill up on them, but no, there's actually quite a bit in those. I mean, it looks really small, but it's like this whole container here is like all roasted potatoes. I mean, it's like 2 fingers full of roasted potatoes. I mean, and then the Dijon thing, it has the has a nice big piece of pork in it. It's got a lot of carrots in it. I really like it. For a guy like me who doesn't like to cook a lot, it really or pork chop, yeah, Dijon pork chop. It really is good for a guy like me who doesn't like to cook a lot. So, and Hadrian actually turned me on to him, and I've been enjoying him now for about 2 or 3 weeks. So, yeah, real life I eat it. Yeah, I do. In real life, I just kind of like eat this. I'm just cooking up. I'm not looking for any gourmet stuff. But yeah, the pork chop is really good. Nobody to help with cooking. I don't know your personal life. I want to learn. No, I live by myself, Phanthos, and so my needs are very minimal. I have very minimal needs. I like living by myself though, because I'm very fastidious about how my things are ordered and where I have things and where things go. I bet you couldn't tell that from my long dark play, but I like to have everything in its place and a place for everything, and you know, different. You know, it's one of those things where it's, you know, different people have different expectations of what they want to have. And I enjoy having all my stuff in a certain spot. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to leave the metal here. Because honestly, if I ever need it, I'm just going to take it back down to the forge anyway. We're 30 kilos, which means I can take this moose hide with me. 35 kilos, which means I can take cured guts with me. Jendo! Hello, hello. I think I still have a few that are not cured. I'll leave those down here. Well, my house is not as clean as I'd like it, but, it's getting there. I have somebody who comes in and helps me with it. I'm bad about it in some ways. I have a person who knows a person. I have a person who helps me with that. I'm gonna take some of my meat with me too. I have found as I've gotten older, I live a much more simple life. I keep some staple items on hand, like bread, eggs, some cans of soup, some ramen noodles, peanut butter. Oh, jeez. Jelly, that sort of stuff. Oh, posture check. All right, up we go, up we go. You know, I like to keep some basic stuff on hand, but I don't keep a lot of other stuff. I like, the thing I like with the freshly meals also is that it gives me some vegetables, because I'm not a big vegetable cooker, and I don't like canned vegetables at all. I like fresh vegetables, but I'm too lazy to cook them myself. So this gives me a chance to have some vegetables. And stay healthy. And most of the freshly meals only have like 500 to 600 calories, so that's pretty good. Especially when you figure one Big Mac has like 800 calories in it or something. And then the fries have another 200 or 300 calories. How you doing, Jendo, my friendo, though? How's it going tonight? You were discussing the importance of breakfast this morning. I never eat breakfast. I am not a morning person as far as eating. I'm not hungry at all when I wake up in the morning. I never am. Even as a kid, I didn't really like breakfast a whole lot. Don't drink coffee. Nope. My morning consists of a Sobe and a cigar. That's my breakfast, Sobe and a cigar. Nah, I just have never been a breakfast person. I like breakfast foods, don't get me wrong. I love eggs. Eggs are like my favorite thing in the world. I love eggs, I love pancakes, I love waffles, but I like eating them at night. Am I weird? I like eating eggs and pancakes and waffles at night. I just have never been a big breakfast person. I don't wake up hungry, and I'm not gonna I try not to force myself to eat if I'm not hungry. I just try, and that's the thing. I don't force myself to eat if I'm not hungry. If I'm hungry, I'll eat. But if I'll eat a couple pieces of toast or something in the morning. Toast is about the biggest extent I will make for like a breakfast. Yeah, it's not that I feel like breakfast is not an important meal or anything. It's just I just generally am not hungry in the morning. Breakfast for dinner is a great dinner. I love breakfast for dinner. I do love bacon, but I like to just nibble on it all day. Bacon is probably the most dangerous thing you can give me. Bacon is probably one of the most dangerous things you can give me. I will eat an entire package of bacon in one sitting if given the opportunity. Which can't be healthy. That cannot be healthy. Usually I'll buy a package of bacon, and here's what I'll do. I'll cook up the entire package of bacon, then I'll break all the pieces in half so they're about this long. I'll put them in a little container and put them in my fridge, and then I'll just get them out and nibble on them here and there. Hey, Tonic, how you doing? I didn't understand everything you just said. Good cooking for yourself can be hard to see. And I look from the Netherlands. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, but I appreciate the thought. I'm not sure exactly, though. I can't read it. If I read it verbatim, you have to go on something good cooking for yourself. You have to do good cooking for yourself? At this point in my life, I know me. I know me very well. And I've gone through phases where I'm like, you know, I'm gonna eat healthier. So I go out and get a whole bunch of food, and it just goes to waste. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I go out with the best of intentions and buy a bunch of food to eat, and then I end up never eating it. Because I just go, I don't want to cook it. Ugh. I just never had the cooking gene. Never had the cooking gene. I like to whip up a mean egg, but that's about the size of it. Adulting is hard. Well, food baby, adulting is hard sometimes. But I know my limits, and I don't push myself past those, you know. I just go, hey, this is how I am. I'm not gonna feel bad about it or anything. It's just how I am. And I found ways to, you know, make it work and still get some good food in my belly and make life okay for myself. So, and you know, I don't have kids anymore, so I don't really have to do that. I don't really have to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? In my house, I buy something to, for myself to eat, and when I get to eat it, it's gone. Yeah, I know. I know. I have that same problem. I buy yummy stuff for myself, and then my son eats it. How's that fair? How's that fair? I buy beer for myself, and then my kid... Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Table, hacksaw. I thought I had some water over here, too. Did I have water here? Yeah, there's water right there. There's the table. Excuse me. Oh, there's those shoes. I'm gonna pick those shoes up real quick. There's the table. There's my water.
Make it rain!
Make it rain! Alright, there's the door. There's the bed. Alright. Okay, so let's drink a little water. And then I'm gonna break those shoes down. I mean, cook well for yourself. Oh, cook well for yourself. Yeah, I just have never been a cook. It's never ever been my thing. My mom was a great cook. I never learned to get an appreciation for it. I never liked to cook when I was younger. Maybe if I had liked to cook when I was younger, maybe that would have changed things somewhat. But I just never ever liked to cook when I was younger. I like to eat. I liked to eat when I was younger, but, you know, never liked to cook so much. God, it's hard to put stuff down in this house. So hard to put things down in this house. There's so many obstacles. You did not do it. It says make it rain. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't make it rain. I'm making it rain right now. I made it rain right now. Actually, I'll make it rain twice because I failed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But hey, you know, I found for me, Freshly has been a very nice thing. Because for a while, I was eating kind of unhealthy. A while when I was in my 30s, I ate very unhealthy. And I gained probably about 40 pounds over what I am now. And it's been a long road to lose that. And and as I get older, and, you know, and I'm streaming a lot and stuff, it's not like I'm being super active all the time. So I gotta watch more of my calorie intake, and I gotta also eat healthy. What I do eat, I need to make sure that it's not like just junk food or garbage food. And so I've been trying to do that too. And that's been a struggle. It has been a struggle. It's not been super easy. But you know, day by day, step by step, I guess. 'Cause every step I take, every move I make. Can't even put that in there. Wow. Yeah, I wish the time zone thing didn't suck so bad, Jendo. I wish the time zones didn't suck so bad. We should all be on the same time zone. What day are we on, Alex Life? We are on day. Let me throw this in the drawer here real quick, and I'll show you. We are on day 146 now. 146. 146. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. You know, I don't think it's either right or wrong to want to use Freshly or not. For me, it works well, and all I can share is my experience that it works good for me. So, And somebody else could have a completely different take on it, and it doesn't work good for them. But for me, it's a really nice thing. So. You saw the survey Hinterland put out? Yeah, and he actually tweeted out, Raph tweeted out a bunch of the results from it, which they said they weren't going to do, but I guess they decided they would. So yeah, he tweeted out a bunch of the results to it, which were interesting to see. I mean, I was kind of happy that he tweeted out the results just to kind of give us an idea of what people were thinking. I guess they had over 15,000 responses to their survey. 15,000 responses, which was awesome. I mean, that's great that so many people were like engaged and wanting to sort of put their 2 cents worth in. Yeah, 15,000 people responded, which gives them a great sample of responses. Because I'm sure they got responses all the way from don't you ever dare ever put out any sort of DLC stuff because we never want to pay for anything else. To people like me who are like, I would love to see you put out DLCs. I would love to see early access stuff where I can get early access to things before they're released. I fangirled like a moron because because you liked my tweet. Oh, well, Millers, I've been watching TVD as well, so I appreciated it. What was the survey? It was a pretty long survey that Hinterland put out where they were asking lots of questions about the future of Long Dark, both pre and post Chapter 5 when they finally complete the game. They were asking about things from now. They were asking about things, you know, in the future about the game. It was kind of a comprehensive survey asking about all sorts of different things about what people would like to see them do, what kind of, you know, if you'd like more zones or more equipment, if people would be willing to pay for future content once the game is done, or if they'd be willing to pay for future content now before the game is done. You know, just lots of good questions, lots of good things to sort of give them an idea of where people sort of stood, what the pulse was. Well, Food Baby, Hinterland overall has always been very good about listening to the community, taking in what the community says, sometimes following, sometimes not. You know, you don't have to like do everything the community says, but they've been very good about at involving the community in their game. So I really like that about it. But have a good lurk there. Have a good time doing laundry, Millers. But yeah, I've always been very impressed with Hinterland in that way. They're very, very good about involving the people that enjoy their game in some of the decision-making on the future of the game. Of course, they have a vision, and they're probably never going to deviate from that vision, but they're willing to bend the vision a little bit here and there to accommodate what the fan base would like to see, which is good. That's the sign of a company that actually, like, kind of gives a crap. Instead of just going, this is what you're going to get, you're going to like it, and if you don't like it, tough bananas. So, I can respect that. Even if I don't agree with all their decisions, I can respect that. So, and they're never, I mean, you can never please everybody 100% of the time. You're always going to leave some people going, yeah, I didn't really like that decision, or I really didn't like this, or I really didn't like that. But, you know, that comes down to, do you care about pleasing everybody, or do you care about actually, like, making a good product that most people can enjoy? So, and I feel they've always made a pretty decent product that most people can enjoy, so. I mean, I can't wait for episode 4 to come out. All right, hey Nocturnal Druid, say hi to your mom for us, and I hope she's having an okay day. take care of her, and we'll see you in a bit, my friend. But yeah, I've always been very happy with Interland, and it's not just because they've been very good with me either. I mean, they have been overwhelmingly generous, allowing me early access to certain content. They sent me a whole packet of stuff, including a t-shirt and all sorts of stuff. I mean, they've been very good to me as a streamer as well, but it's not just because of that I like them. I think overall they do a very good job in an industry that, in some ways, some parts of the gaming industry kind of takes their audience for granted in a way, and they'll just push out stuff and go, you like it or you don't, we don't care. You got it, we aren't going to do anything to it other than maybe patch it a couple of times and tough luck. I wasn't going to call out any specific companies, but yeah, like Electronic Arts. You know, and Bethesda. But, yeah, I wasn't going to call out anybody specifically, but there are companies out there that kind of take their audience for granted in a way. And are like, well, we're just going to push out something, and whether you like it or not, that's what you get. So... And I know gaming companies are in a tough spot as well. Yeah, they have, but they've also I think in recent years they've lost a step. Pizza pause. In recent games and recent releases, they've lost a step. I mean, I've never played it, but I've heard so much grief about Fallout 76. I've never played any of the Fallout games, so I have nothing to reference it off of, other than my son's played them all. And he really likes a lot of the Fallout games. But he says Fallout 76 was a giant steaming pile of dog poo. It just was not, it didn't match up to what they did before. It was not worth it. And so, you know, and a lot of companies go that way though. They like bank on having this fan base to perpetuate them into making another game in the series or whatever, and then they forget why that fan base likes their game in the first place. I mean, a lot of entertainment does that. I mean, a lot of entertainment things do that, especially with already established intellectual properties. They will put out a product that they want to put out, and they don't care what the fan base might think about it, but they want to put it out in a certain format or a certain way or a certain time, or they want to get out quick or slow or whatever, and they forget about the fan base that made that property, that intellectual property, worth anything in the first place. And once you burn that fan base, it is a tough sell to get that fan base back again. You can fool them once, but then it is a tough sell to recapture that fan base and make them want to buy another product from you. And once you burn that bridge, it really is hard to rebuild the trust. Because the trust is something that took years to gain, but it takes one bad move to lose a lot of it. And the goodwill as well. I mean, just look at the Star Wars properties. How much goodwill they've lost over the years with the moves they've made on a lot of stuff. And believe me, I'm a Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. I will probably not go see, I probably will not go see a new Star Wars movie though. I'm kind of burnt. I feel very burnt by a lot of the stuff they've done with the franchise. I mean, my biggest complaint is not even about the new movies. Although I have complaints about the new Star Wars movies. But it's not even about this new Star Wars movies. As much as them taking all of the years and decades of material that they've created in comic books and short stories and all of that material, taking all of that material and going, yep, no longer canon. We are disregarding everything that you grew up on. It is no longer counted as canon. And that for me was like the first sign that things were going to go south. At that I was like, yeah, you're basically telling me my entire childhood and everything I grew up on in my 20s and 30s, just don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's all legends. It's all legends now. We're gonna couch it and say it's all legends. It's like, no, that's my canon. That's my canon. That's what I believe Star Wars is. Now I'm going full nerd on you. But, yeah. I had some issues. That stupid mouse owns my entire freaking childhood now. They own Star Wars, they own Marvel. No! I'm like Darth Vader at the end of the prequels. No! No! Damn you, Disney. Damn you, silly mouse. Damn you, you mouse. But see, and that's the thing, Food Baby, is I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I do. I love it to death. It's like one of my favorite franchises ever. And it just makes me sad when I see a franchise like that taken to a place that I would never, if you told me 20 years ago it would be where it is today, I would have been like, get out of here. Star Wars forever, man. They're never gonna they can't, how can you screw up Star Wars? How can you, well, Disney got a hold of it. You grew up on Phantom Menace, so absolutely love the new Star Wars films. Well, see, and that's the thing, Gaming Charlie. I think a lot of it comes from perspective. I hate to say it, but the new Star Wars movies actually gave me a wonderful appreciation for the prequels. They gave me a wonderful appreciation for the prequels because that was still George Lucas's vision. I feel the new Star Wars movies, I don't believe those were George Lucas's vision. I really, truly don't believe that was George Lucas's vision. If George Lucas was gone and dead and in a grave, I think he would be rolling over in it at this point. I think he would. The prequels stunk. The prequels weren't the best. Let me just put it that way. The prequels were not the best. And that's all it took to get Mark Wars to come out of hiding and go, the prequels stunk. The prequels were not the best. I will grant you that. But Jar Jar, yeah, I still don't like Jar Jar. Well, George Lucas at that point was trying to recapture lightning in a bottle that he had with the Ewoks. But yeah. He said he tossed out the stuff he had planned for the sequels. Oh, yeah. Luke and Leia, they were supposed to have twins. They were supposed to be twin babies. Luke and Leia, or not Leia. Leia and Han were supposed to have twins. In the canon. In canon, Luke and Leia had twins. But not in canon anymore. Jar Jar was the greatest Sith Lord to have ever lived. Jar Jar was your favorite. Misa think those movies banta poodoo. Misa think those movies banta poodoo. I'll even give you the voice. Misa think Monk Wars has good point. Those movies were banta poodoo. Yeah, Luke and Leia having twins. Now that's getting tasty. That's going dark side right there. He does give you a little bit of Goofy vibes, yeah. He does give you a little bit of the Goofy vibes. But you know, that's the thing. Is that it'll come back to bite him in the end. I mean, the fandom is definitely split, and I don't hold it against anybody who loved the new Star Wars movies. I don't hold it against anybody who loved the prequel movies. Movies and cinema, and just like music and games and entertainers, is all subjective. It's all what you like, and there's no right or wrong answer to it. I mean, there's nothing right or wrong with any of it. It just depends on, you know, what you like. Mark Wars gifting out 5 gifted subs. There's a streamer going above and beyond. That is a streamer going above and beyond.
Mark Wars,
thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Murder Merlot, JR's, Caragoat, Aurorius Nebulous, a Miser the Vast. Welcome into the Ath Pack, my friends. Welcome into the Ath Pack. Jar Jar voices equal subs. Thank you for following, Fetspert. I appreciate that. And that's the thing is, there's things I appreciate about the new movies. There's a lot of things I don't like about the new movies. But at the same time, what can I do? I can vote. I mean, the funny thing is that old school Star Wars merchandise, I would still buy. New school Star Wars merchandise, I will never buy. I will never own a action figure from the new stuff ever. I never will.
You know, I got excited because it was Star Wars.
I never will. And if all they care about is the box office, that's good. That's great. That's great. They can care about the box office, and that's all they care about. And even that's gone down. But I mean, the old school fans like me are the guys who bought all the merchandise, buy the games, buy the shirts, buy the hats, buy all that sort of stuff. Rogue One was an amazing movie. I think Rogue One was really well done. Rogue One, they did Rogue One so well that even though you knew how it ended, you still liked it. And that's hard with a movie. That's a fine line to walk. They didn't do very well with the prequels because you knew how the prequels had to end, but it wasn't done very well. Rogue